Hey, how you doing everyone? It's James and Meier here at SwitchWatch, back with another episode of our bargain hunting series. Yes, we've scoured the eShop to find the best deals available in the UK, EU and US eShops right now. So, without further ado, let's jump in and take a look at this week's deals. Kicking things off with my pick of the week, I'm going for Trine Ultimate Collection. The Trine series of games are wonderful puzzle platformers with RPG elements thrown in. Each is a blast in which you control 3 characters, a wizard, a warrior, and a thief. Together they make the Trine, and it's in using all 3 characters' skills that you will achieve your objectives. The games look gorgeous on the Switch, and the controls work really well here as well. These are interesting and fun games alone, but if you get friends together in co-op, each is an exceptional experience. As well as the original trilogy, this epic pack includes Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince, which returns to Trine's beloved 2.5D roots. In it, you get to discover the mysterious Prince Celius, a troubled young wizard whose dark dreams have materialized to wreak havoc in reality. Each tale is a blast, and having all 4 titles, which are fantastic to play with someone, this is the ultimate co-op package. Jordan Kwan, what about you this week?
Thanks very much, James. This week I've chosen Civilization VI. It's a fantastic turn-based strategy game, and Part 6 is a really good addition to the Nintendo Switch platform. Winning can be achieved in a number of ways, for example using pure military force, being the most scientifically advanced civilization, or the place to go for cultural arts. There are tons of things to take into account and plenty of options too, and if you want you can even play with up to 4 players via wireless LAN. There are 24 leaders to choose from around the world and throughout history, so no doubt one to suit you. Plenty here to keep you occupied, and when you consider the attractive price right now with 50% off, if you don't currently own this and you're a lover of strategy games, consider adding this one to your collection. Thanks very much everybody, and I'll see you next week.
Hey everyone, Jordan here with my bargain of the week. This time I'm going for a game that I reviewed when it first released digitally, a game called Creature in the Well. This is an interesting action puzzle game that plays a bit like pinball if it was an action hack and slash game. It works rather well and I did enjoy it, although I don't think it quite reached its massive potential. Still, it's definitely worth a nice bit of your time, especially at the current sale price. It's 50% off worldwide, pretty much $7.50 in euros and US dollars, and £6.74 in the UK. That is a fair price for a game that can be beaten in 1 or 2 sessions. It was a tougher sell at the original price, but now I think it's perfect. Get it.
Thanks guys, they are great games, and talking of great games, this is another one. Yes, Children of Morta, and what a fabulous indie title this is. Your job is to protect Morta, and you have a whole family to do it with. All of them have varying different playstyles in this awesome roguelike dungeon crawler. The story is told by a narrator who will instantly have you drawn in. The visuals and epic soundtrack are the icing on the cake in this extremely compelling and playable title. In fact, it made our way into the top indie games available on Xbox Game Pass over at our other channel Games Expanse. Langrisser I was released in the West as Warsong, but 2 never made it outside of Japan. Now both games are out on the Switch with a shiny new lick of paint and some new enhancements, including Japanese voice acting. These are tactical turn-based strategy RPG games that are classics with a similar style to the Fire Emblem series. There is a demo available as well, and with 50% off, this is a lovely package. Out there is an award-winning space exploration game where you try to survive alone in a distant and unknown part of the galaxy by upgrading your spaceship and managing your resources, all with choice-based storytelling. Space is a hostile place, and dangerous and mysterious adventures will mark each step of your travel. It's a great game, and this version comes with new ships and encounters. Chasm is a Metroidvania game, and its unique point is that the whole world is procedurally generated, so each playthrough will differ. It's on the tougher side, and of course there's so many other great Metroidvanias to explore on the Switch that the truth is there are better choices on offer, and that's because this one is decent but it doesn't have quite as much soul as some of the games that it takes a lot from. But that said, it's well rounded, and with 70% off, it is a really solid deal, one that you will enjoy. In Mark of the Ninja Remastered, you will get to know what it truly is to be a ninja. You must be silent, agile, and clever to outwit your opponents in a world of gorgeous scenery and flowing animation. Marked with cursed tattoos giving you heightened senses, every situation presents you with options. This is a truly excellent stealth game with puzzle elements and great stealth mechanics. It looks great and is best enjoyed with the volume turned up so you can sneak around and remain unseen. Liberated is an action-adventure game inside a living hand-drawn noir comic book. As the tale unfolds, you discover an alarmingly current cyberpunk reality where human rights are dying away. It might just make you think a little bit. The gameplay is side-scrolling adventuring with stealth elements and some puzzles thrown in. It's enjoyable, but the performance on the Switch is lacking a little bit, which puts a little bit of a downer on an otherwise really solid game with a very, very nice 75% off right now. NIS have brought us the fantastic The Scare series, and that series, this is not. There are similarities in its quirky humour and adult content packaged in a cartoon look, but this series is a first-person JRPG dungeon crawler. It's different and interesting, but it's a Marmite game that really won't be for everyone. At 60% off, it's worth picking up, but I would recommend looking it up first before diving in to see if it's your cup of tea or not. Next up is Don't Starve. This survival game has been out for nearly 10 years now, and along the way it's had a whole bunch of expansions and improvements that land on the Switch. So if you played this years back like me, then you might want to jump back in and survive without starving once again. Here you've got to combine all sorts of different things together. Some ways it's one of those games where the less you know, the more enjoyable it is, and you discover for yourself. But needless to say, it's a mad adventure. The Lost Child's incredibly off-putting original price of $50 is looking a lot more palatable at just $10 now with 80% off. Let's face it feels like we were waiting for Shin Megami Tensei since the beginning of time on the Switch, and this is a decent alternative. I mean, it is basically a knockoff, but sometimes that's not a bad thing. It's a game that you will enjoy if you like that series. It's as simple as that. God Wars The Complete Legend has a massive 75% off, and this is another game published by NIS America. This is a tactical RPG which explores the untold history of Japan through tactical combat and folklore. It comes in a nice physical edition for those collectors amongst you, but for the digital, you are looking at paying $9.99 right now in the US. Vectronom is a psychedelic, rhythm-based 3D platformer played in an isometric viewpoint with bright colours and pumping electronic tunes. It's a really brief game that provides a fun challenge from start to finish, and now it has a really nice 60% off a game. It's a kind of game that you can just pick up and really enjoy in handheld mode, in my opinion. One that's, good for a train journey or a flight or something like that. Blossom Tales The Sleeping King delivers on its promise in recreating a gaming classic and gives us an ode to one of the best games of all time, Zelda: A Link to the Past. The story is a laugh, and I love how it references other games in a tongue-in-cheek way. There's plenty of content too, and even diverging decision points in the game. The puzzles are solid, and it follows a tried and tested method of dungeons, new items, and big bosses with weak spots. It's a lovely little RPG that you will no doubt enjoy if you like the old school style. Hand of Fate sequel brings more of the unique and engrossing gameplay to the table. Literally, it's a heady mix of strategic card, deck building, and role-playing, complete with a choose-your-own story style. The Switch is the perfect home for this unique and deeply engrossing title, and now with 2/3 off across the UK, EU, and US, it's a good time to pick this one up. Battle Chasers Nightwar is a fantastic Western-made JRPG-style game that's based on a best-selling comic from the late 90s. Featuring traditional turn-based combat, you explore a large world with secrets aplenty. It has lots of customization, crafting, randomly generated dungeons that will satisfy those of you looking to dive deep into these dungeons in this very well put together game. Plus, it looks lovely too. It may have been a bit daunting for some with its standard price at $40, but now on sale with its largest discount, it's really well priced to pick up. In Immortals Fenyx Rising, you play as Fenyx in a beautiful open world that is a homage to Greek mythology. Your quest takes you on a long journey in which you must harness the power of the gods in your fight against the dark forces. You can tame animals, collect resources, and glide across the world. This game was not shy about borrowing from Zelda Breath of the Wild, so it's fitting to play on the Switch, and now it has its largest sale yet, with 50% off in the UK and the EU. This is really an epic one that is worth picking up for sure. In Blue Fire, a dark world awaits you as you travel through the perished world of Penumbra to explore unique areas filled with diverse enemies, sharp 3D platforming challenges, quests, collectibles, and more. This is a new title and a debut for Robbie Studios, which is impressive as this is a polished game with only a few minor issues. It's definitely worth looking into and seeing if it's for you. And that's it from us this week, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's a really varied week, actually. I think there's something for everyone. Do let us know down below what your pick is. Jordan will be back tomorrow with our physical roundup, and there'll be more videos later on in the week, so stay tuned. Until then, take care, and we'll see you soon.